Hello and welcome. It is magic and it is day 23. The magical air that you breathe. It is quite possible to leave your home for a walk in the early morning air and return a different person. I believe that. If someone had told me a few years back to be grateful for the air that I breathe, I would have thought the person was crazy. It wouldn't have made a bit of sense to me. Why on earth would anyone be grateful for the air that they breathe? But as my life changed from using gratitude, the one thing I took for granted or didn't give a second thought about became an absolute miracle to me. I went from sweating the small stuff in my little world and day-to-day life to opening my eyes and thinking about the bigger picture and wonder of the universe. As the great scientist Newton said, when I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the right distance from the sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. This did not happen by chance. Those words made me think more and more about the bigger picture. It's not an accident that there's a protective atmosphere surrounding us, and that beyond it there is no air or oxygen. It's not an accident that the trees give off oxygen so that our atmosphere is continually replenished. It is not an accident that our solar system is perfectly placed, and that if it were anywhere else in the galaxy, we would most likely be devastated by cosmic radiation. There are thousands of parameters and ratios that support life on Earth. All of them are a knife edge, and their fine-tuning is so critical that a fraction of a difference in any of these parameters and ratios would make life unlivable on planet Earth. It is difficult to believe any of these things could have happened by accident. It would seem that they are perfectly designed, perfectly placed, and perfectly balanced for us. When the realization hits you that all these things might not be an accident, and that the balance of every microscopic element surrounding Earth and on Earth is the perfect harmony to support us, you feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for life, because all of it has been done to sustain you. The magical air that you breathe is not an accident or a fluke of nature. When you think about the enormousness of what had to take place in the universe for us to have air, and then you take a breath, breathing air into your body becomes breathtaking in every sense of the word. Wow, this one's really opening my eyes. We take one breath after another and never give a thought to the fact that there is always air for us to breathe. Yet oxygen is one of the most plentiful elements in our body, and as we breathe, it fills and feeds every cell in our body so that we can continue to live. The most precious gift of our life is air, because without it, none of us would last more than a few minutes. When I first began to use gratitude's magical power, I used it for a lot of personal things that I had wanted, and it worked. But it was when I began to be grateful for the real gifts in life that I experienced the ultimate power of gratitude. The more grateful I became for the sunset, a tree, the ocean, the dew on the grass, my life and the people in it. Every material thing that I've ever dreamed of having poured down upon me. I now understand the reason why it happened that way. When we can feel truly grateful, for the precious gifts of life and nature, like the magical air that we breathe, we have reached one of the deepest possible levels of gratitude. And whoever has this depth of gratitude will receive absolute abundance. Today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of air moving inside your body, and feel the joy of breathing it out. I just had to take a deep breath. That was so inviting. Take a deep breath for me. Doesn't that feel good? Okay. Today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feeling of the air moving inside your body, and feel the joy of breathing it out. Take 5 full breaths in and out 5 different times today. And after you have taken each breath, each of those 5 breaths, say the magic words. Thank you for the magical air that I breathe, and be as genuinely grateful as you can for the precious life-giving air that you breathe. It is the best if you can do the magical practice outside, so you can really feel and appreciate the magnificence of fresh air. But if that's not possible, then do it inside. You can close your eyes while taking the breaths, or you can do it with your eyes open. You can do it while you're walking, waiting in line, shopping, or anywhere at the time that you want. The important thing is to do it deliberately. Feel the feeling of the air going in and out of your body. Breathe the way you naturally breathe, because this magical practice is not about your breathing, but about the gratitude for the air you breathe. If taking a bigger breath helps you feel more gratitude, then by all means, do that. I'm telling you, this makes you want to take deep breaths. If you want to, you can also do a variation of this practice in the future by imagining you're breathing in gratitude, and feel yourself filling up with it every breath you take. Oh my gosh, I love that. In ancient teachings, it's said that when a person reaches the point of being deeply grateful for the air that they breathe, their gratitude will have reached a new level of power, and then they will become the true alchemists who can effortlessly turn every part of their life into gold. Magic Practice 23. 1. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. 5 times today, think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths and feel the feelings of the air that you breathe. Be as grateful as you can for the precious life-giving air that you breathe. Just before you go to bed tonight, hold your magic rock in your hand and say the magic words. Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. I would like to say thank you so much, and that I hope that you have a beautiful day outside, that you not only enjoy the breath that you take, but you enjoy what you see. And I hope that everything is magically falling into place. Have a magical day. Bye.